Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to this week's edition of Tease Tell. I'm so glad that you joined me or that you watched the replay or that you have been supporting me. You guys have been so great of sending me messages or commenting on, encouraging me on with these. And this is week number 32 in a row. I'm super excited. I'm just going to adjust my camera here a little bit. But I'm super excited for this topic today. I was going to say I'm super excited for this topic today because it's very near and dear to my heart, but usually all of my topics are, and that's why I present them. I'm happy in that in my learning and growing that I can share that with others. It adds value to my life, and hopefully it adds value to yours too. So always feel welcome to send me topic ideas and things like that. So if you jump on, and please say hi, and if you watch it in replay, please let me know. Please let me know what you think. I say this every week, but please let me know you're watching. Say hi, even if it's just to say hi. Let me know where you're watching from, just what you think of the topic. So I love to have that feedback. So today what we're going to talk about is that we're going to explore the fascinating connection between the words we use, the beliefs we have, and the achievement of our goals. I have a quote. I have a couple quotes for you today. There is a quote that is by Frank Outlaw, and it says, "Watch your thoughts, for they become your words. Watch your words, because they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. And watch your habits, they become your character. And watch your character, because that becomes your destiny." That's what I want to talk about today and delve into how true that statement is. I want to start with first a simple but profound statement. The words we use matter. And it's not just the words that we use inside our head, it's the words that we state out loud. It shapes our emotions, it shapes our actions, and it shapes, also how people perceive us and how we are presenting ourselves. For instance, people often say, "I will try to blah, blah, blah." Think about how that says. That word try is an escape. It's an excuse. It's a way out versus saying, "I am going to blah, blah, blah by blah, blah, blah." That is just more of a declamation. It's more of a commitment. And it really affects what your mindset, how your mindset is looking at it. There's just such a big difference in saying "I will try" versus declaring that you're going to do it. And it's very important that you think about those words as you say them. I am so bad about this so often. It's just really wanting to think about, are your words moving you forward or are they pulling you back? So make sure that your words are declarative or a commitment versus just a possibility that it might happen. That goes a long ways in being able to achieve your goals. Meeting your goals really a lot of times depends on letting go of the person that you are. If you're not reaching your goals, think about what are the actions that you are doing, what's working, and you may need to change those actions if they're not getting you to where you want to be. What you want to do is set a goal and decide an action to go with it to achieve that goal. Do the action and then stop and look at the results. What were your results? And then think why. Why did you get those results? So a real easy example is like with weightlifting. So if I go to the gym and I say, I am going to lift 45 pounds and I'm going to do 3 sets of 10, and I don't make it because I'm tired. I don't make it. So I want to stop and look at, okay, why didn't I make it? And then I start thinking, well, I didn't sleep very well last night. I'm tired. And so that's a behavior, a pattern that affected that goal. that affected even that action of that goal. So it's really, as I've talked about, plan, do, check, act. You know, it's set your goal, set your action, do your action, and then stop and look at the results. And did you make it or not, and why? If you do it this way, what it does is it takes away the personal. It's not success or failure. It's that action, and did that action work? And if it didn't work, why? So it takes the pressure off you. It's really not about you. I mean, really, whether you meet your goals or not is not about you as a person. It's about the actions and the behaviors and the patterns that you make. And if it's not getting you there, then you need to change those actions or tweak those actions or change those patterns. So if you can identify that and take away that fear of success or failure and put it to the process, it makes it so much easier, and it makes it easier to really to get the results that you want. Another thing about this is think about the person that you want to be. Think about that successful you. Think about, what does she look like? I talked about this a little bit last week in Becoming Her. It's thinking about, what does she look like? What actions does she take? What does she act like? And become her. So in your day, decide to become that badass person that you want to be, and do those actions that badass you would do. And that's going to change your mindset so much, and change your actions so just by pretending or becoming her in your day, it really can change your mindset and your actions. They'll be totally different. So it's a really great strategy. The words in your head really do make a difference. The stories you're telling yourself really have a significant impact on your success or failure also, or of your actions, those kinds of things. Because really, a lot of times, those dialogues in our head really are excuses. They're excuses that keep us from moving forward. They're excuses to try to prevent us from things not going as well as we would hope they were. So pay attention to those stories you're telling yourself. Are they empowering, or are they disempowering? Ask yourself, what results have these stories that I'm telling myself gotten me? And what's the price that I've paid because of those stories and not getting to where I want to be? And then ask yourself, is that okay? Do I want to continue living that way? If the answer is not, oh yeah, this is okay, I'm happy with this and all of this, and I'm totally fine with the results, then you need to make a change. And practicing that self-compassion, practicing identifying those stories. So when you catch yourself with some story like that, stop. Identify it, and if you can, even think, why am I telling myself that story? And if you can do that, if you can catch it, stop it, and identify it, you can change it. So really, it's a matter of visualizing yourself and positive self-talk, which will help to reinforce your goals. And which goes back to that, visualizing that, going back to that, thinking of the person you want to be, and then just pretending you already are her and going through the day with your actions as she would do. It's very, very powerful. So in conclusion, reaching your goals and attracting abundance is not just external. It's really so much about transforming our dialogue in our head and our limiting beliefs that we have. And if we can do that, we're going to be so much more successful. So you have to remember the words that you use, not just in your head, not just to yourself, but the words you state to others makes a big difference in how you're going to perform, what your mindset is going to be like. So be very careful about those words. Be willing to let go of who you are or those actions that you're taking now and change them if they're not working for you. And as you look at your actions and your results, don't take it personally. It's not a success or failure on you. It's purely based on the words you're telling yourself and how you're creating that mindset, but even more importantly, those actions that you're taking. There's another quote that I am going to say, and it's Carl Jung, and I've posted about this before. It's very powerful, and it says, if the world asks you who you are and you don't know, the world will tell you. So it's very important to be clear on where you want to be, who you want to be, what your goals are, and let's choose our words, our actions, and all of that very carefully, and let's embark on that journey to achieve our goals. So that's my Tease Towel today. Thank you for joining my Tease Towel. If you watch this on replay, thank you so much. If you want to go back and watch any past Tease Towel, go back and to my page, go to photos, go to videos, and then click in Tease Towel, and it'll pop up those videos and you can watch any of the past ones. But I wish you all the best in your pursuit of success and personal growth, and I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you next week on Tease Towel. All right, bye-bye. Have a great rest of the day.